Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon. You are tuning into Casual Convo Friday, and I am the solo host today. Nate is taking the day off. I'm Tisha, and with me, I have a very special guest, my good friend who just moved here not too long ago. This is Mary Fain Brandt. She joins me out of Surprise, Arizona. Hello, Mary. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Aw, thanks for having me. I love it when we moved from San Diego to here on Facebook, where people were like, well, where'd you move? And I said, surprise. And they're like, 5 minutes later, are you going to tell us? I'm like, no, that's where we live. Surprise. It was so much fun to mess with people.
We live in Surprise. They're like, okay, no, tell me, what's the surprise? They're like,
it's a cute name. Where do you live? Surprise. No, really, where do you live? No, I live in Surprise. So I would write Surprise, Arizona, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, it's an actual city. It's an actual city. Well, cool. Well, I'm excited to jump into this topic. I was talking to Mary in the green room about her title, this Bringing H2H Back, and I kept having that like Justin Timberlake song stuck in my head about like bringing sexy back. But no, today we are bringing H2H back. And what does H2H mean? It means bringing human to human back. And now that things are starting to open up a little bit more, I'm excited. I'm excited because I want that in-person interaction. I don't know about you, Mary.
Oh my God, so much. I went to my first networking event about 2 weeks ago down in Scottsdale. And I have to be honest, now I'm an extrovert. I love talking. I love being around people, and it felt weird. It was a little odd to be around, okay, it might be because it's people I don't know. Like, this is my first networking event in Arizona, and it didn't feel weird. It was kind of odd. Like, do I go over here? Do I stand here? It was just, I think it's going to take a little time to get back into that networking groove, like in person, like when you go to an event and you don't know anyone. Because I literally, I knew the host from online. I had taught a LinkedIn to her group like 2 or 3 years ago. And ironically, now I'm here, so she invited me. But it was a little odd, but I'm sure it'll pick up. And I love in-person events. I love that we have technology, which allows us to keep connected to people and meet new people. But there's nothing like going and seeing people face to face, giving them a hug if you know them, giving them a high five, cheersing them, listening to them talk on stage. It's just something about being there in person.
I agree. All right. So we have some people joining us today. We've got Luis Melendez joining us on LinkedIn, and Bruce. I think Bruce is there. Bruce, if you're there, say hello too. And if you are tuning into this live, either on LinkedIn, YouTube, or on Facebook, make sure to drop us a hello and happy Friday to all of you. Happy holiday weekend as we prepare.
Do you have your red, white, and blue on?
I'm like sporting an orange red, so I'm close.
You're there.
But I'll get there. You're there. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Mary, for joining us. So let's dive into this human to human. Why do you feel that this is important? We've established that it's really about bringing human interaction back because we've all been, stuck in our houses for so long and wanting and craving this interaction. But why do you think it's important that we start to bring this back into our world?
Well, so when we're talking H to H, human to human, I'm really talking about encompassing the H to H factor online and in person. So H to H, human to human, we've been stuck behind our screens for so long and interacting only online that we tend to put up this one persona of who we are online. And then sometimes you go and meet someone in person and they're not the same person, right? Yeah. So you really have to be the same person you are online as you are offline. So you have to bring that human, who are you? So I know, Tisha, you are the same person online that you are offline, right?
Absolutely.
Smart, sassy, savvy, that's Tisha, right? But that is what everybody needs to do. And so many people are afraid to really put themselves out there as far as infusing who they are as a person online. And I really feel like that is how your brand gets established. That is how you network with the people that you really want to, is just being yourself.
Yeah, it's so much about authenticity. And I know in just working with some clients, they struggle with this on social media a lot, Mary, because they're like, I just have to be professional. And then when I look at their feed, I'm like, yeah, but do you see that the post that you had that really talks more about you, your family, what's important to you, all of these things got a lot more reach? Do you realize that? And they're like, I didn't think about it that way. And I said, why do you think that is? I think it's because people really want to see that you're human, that you have emotions, that you have family and friends, and that you have
values,
those things,
insights.
values.
You're not hiring a robot, whether you're a business owner or a job seeker. We're hiring you. As the recruiter, they're hiring someone with that skill set, but they're hiring a person. They're not hiring your LinkedIn profile. Right. And so I think people really need to understand, and you're so spot on, Tisha. So I've had clients, I have this amazing client, and he's just really funny and quirky and just super smart. And I was like, dude, you need to do a video. I'm not going to say his name, but like, dude, you need to do a video. I think that would be amazing. I really think your audience will really be able to relate to you. So the other reason you need to be human is relatability. So he did a video, you guys, on his iPhone, on his ranch on a Friday. And he tied that back into his, leadership. Okay. Mm-hmm. That post, that video, that was the first one that he did. I think it got like 6,000 views, like in a week, which was great for him. So now he does these, what's up leader videos, and they're very casual. It's him talking to the camera, just being himself. And I think that those organic posts that you're talking about, where we're showing our horses, or I'm showing myself kayaking, right? Yeah. Or you're showing yourself hiking. We have to be relatable to our audience. Yeah. And so I think showing that what's going on in your life, whether it's behind the scenes in your office, you're out hiking, you're kayaking, you're volunteering, all of those things, that makes up who you are. And I want to know the full person. So I think it's really important to infuse your personality and what you do outside of your business or your job into your posts.
I agree with that. I want to say hello to Nat Handler, who's also joining us. And I think Bruce is on because he has hello Tisha with a little dancing lady in red. Nice. But I want to share that. So, a couple weeks ago, Mary, I was telling you that I went to Sedona, and I'm really big into unplugging. I'm really big into saying I'm off the grid. I will not be posting anything. And I really hold true to that for me, because I don't want to be online. And I feel like that's just a respect thing. Like, I want to be off. I want to be offline with my family. But I did go hiking, and I shared, I was like, it's a 5 a.m. wake up call. It's a 5 a.m. hike, 5 miles in. This is the gorgeous view that we've got. And you see pictures of my kids strolling through the mountains with the cactus. You see my husband and I standing in front of the Sedona Red Rocks. I posted that, and that got like almost 11,000 views. Craziest post. Same thing.
You weren't shouting about your business.
Nope.
You weren't giving a branding tip. You were like, hey, this is what I do when I'm not online. This is the other part of me, the human side. And so that is a perfect example of why we need to bring H2H back, human to human. We're stuck behind these screens. We're online, which is all great. Don't get me wrong. But people need to understand who you are to the core. What do you value? I love that you unplug and you value that. You have boundaries. And anyone who's watching, business owners, job seekers, who, I don't care what you're doing in your life, you need boundaries to protect yourself, your family, and your mental well-being, right? Yeah. So you can't be online 24/7, and you shouldn't. Right. But that's a whole other casual convo. Let me tell you, I have a lot of thoughts about that. Okay. A lot of thoughts about that. But yeah, you have to show who you are as a person, because I'm going to hire someone that I can relate to. And Tisha, why are we friends? We met online, and then we got to know each other, and we did get to see each other in person, and we were just online acquaintances and then colleagues. And now I actually call you my friend. I want to go hang out with you because you're cool. You are a badass and you're authentic. But it's through watching you online that I got to know who you were as a person before we even met.
Yeah. So people listening to this who are watching the lives, and thanks so much for these comments, but people watching, this is so important. What Mary said right here is so important, because you're going to see someone online and it's going to pique your interest a little bit. you're going to be like, I really like this person. And you're going to start diving in, and maybe you go stalk their profile a little bit. Before you even connect with them, you've already learned a little bit about them. And then that's really going to start opening up the conversation, because maybe there's something in their posts that they're saying that really is resonating with you. Like, I share a lot that faith is important to me. My kids are super important to me. Exercise is important to me. Personal branding is important to me. So you kind of already know a little bit about me before you even reach out. And like the other day, Mary, I don't know if you saw, so my daughter Ellie, she's like, can we take a mini break today? And I was like, I'm in between meetings. And I had a live stream. I had a live stream at 4:45, my Tisha Talks live. And I said, I could manage this. And she's like, let's go to the trampoline park. So I went to the tattoo parlor first to get a consult, got my hair cut, did some work. Then we went to the trampoline park. And I sat here and I was like, should I post these? Is this a LinkedIn post? Like, should I share that I'm like jumping up on trampolines? But there was a really great lesson of making sure that I could take that midday break and go have some fun and celebrate the end of the month, and then get back to work, because I was back at it at 4:45 live,
right.
You know, and so I think that shows a lot of that human to human that you're talking about of, yeah, I have this, but I'm doing this and I'm coming back, and you kind of see what my day has been like. Like, there's been a lot of fun and just adventure. It's real.
You're making yourself relatable, and that's what we all need to do. I'm not someone who is always perfect online, right? Always perfect, always business. That's going to interest me to a certain amount. But when someone shows me what they're doing, what they value, you value your family, you value faith, you value exercise, and you value fun, right? Mm-hmm. That's relatable to me because I value those same things.
Yeah.
And so when all you do is post about your business, I can offer you this, I solved this problem, here's a tip, that's surface. And in 2021, people don't want surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to know the person. They don't want surface. Surface is 2005. 2005. Just show me what you do in business. This is 2021. And after last year, like, I think our mindsets have changed a lot of what we want, what we value, and who we want to work with. So are you the person? Do you have what it takes to pique my interest? Are you showing me who you are as a person? Because I'm not there. Let's be real, Tisha.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of thousands or millions of people that do what you do and that do what I do, right?
Am I pointing at you? No, I'm not pointing at you. I never can tell with this.
I know, it's backwards. So there are hundreds of thousands of people that do what you do, that do what I do, and that do what you do out in the audience. What makes you different? What helps you stand out? And this is branding, right? That you do, and content strategy that I do with my clients is like, okay, that's great. I know who you are as a professional. Who are you personally? What's important to you? So we were taught, I think back in 2005, like, you don't share anything that's personal. Yeah. Right? Just be business. And I think that has changed. And some people understand that, but not everyone. There's still one of the biggest questions I get with my clients is, I don't want to share anything personal. Oh no. Like, I have a great client. She has an amazing business and she does something else on the side. She makes these amazing journals. And I'm like, it actually ties into your business. Why don't you take some pictures or show a video of these handmade journals that you make? It does. And then I told her how it ties into her business. But that's that creative side of her. Like, that's going to spark interest to someone. Yeah. Someone's going to be like, oh, wow, those are really cool. I need a dozen.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We have a comment here and I want to bring this up. So Jacqueline is joining us off of LinkedIn and she's talking about being real, but she also put this in here and I'd love to harp on this a little bit, but authentic as a word is overused. So how can you say you're authentic without saying you're authentic? Or how can you phrase it a little differently? Genuine is a really great word, I find.
Genuine. I always say be yourself online, be the same person online as you are offline. So I'm funny, I make mistakes in real life, I make mistakes online, right? So authentic, here's the thing with words. We start using them and then more people use them. And so every year there's that list of overused words. Right. So if that word fits you, I'm going to say use it. if it really fits you and you like it and you can own it, it doesn't matter what other people think. That's just my opinion. If you don't like that word, use a different one. What word would she like to use? Maybe you're not authentic, so it doesn't fit you. I love your headline. You know that I love your headline, Tisha. I talk about it all the time.
I know. And you said this today, which just made me smile. So what did you say? You said, I'm authentic with a touch of badass, sweet as apple pie. Authentic, badass, sweet as apple pie. I was like, oh, that's sweet. I like it.
Because you're that balance, because you are an authentic badass and strategy, but you're also sweet as apple pie, and so I think that you have to find the words that describe yourself and your brand the best. Yeah. So for me, it took me a few years to get what the 4 words are that I would use that I got from other people, right? Also, that would describe my brand. So I'm fun and informative and casual and conversational. Those are the elements of who I am. I like to have fun. Business doesn't have to be boring. Lives don't have to be boring. Training does not have to be boring. But I'm very informative and strategic. And then I'm very casual in conversation, because through the conversations is where the magic happens with my clients. And through conversations with people like you and my other colleagues, that's when the aha moments happen. And it's through just having a natural, casual conversation that we can grow our business, learn a new process. I just think that's just who I am.
Yeah, I like it. All right, Luis here. I've shared this a lot. He always says,
I like groovy.
Yeah, I like groovy, and groovy suits him. It suits him. So, Jacqueline, just coming up with a word that really describes who you are. And really it's more about like diving back into those core values that Mary and I were talking about. Like, I get this a lot. I get people saying that I have infectious energy. And I love that they say that, because I want to do everything with high energy. I don't want to come here and be like, today is Mary on. Like, I want to be like, today we've got Mary on. Like,
you do have high energy. Yeah.
Bring in H2H back. Like, that's what we're doing today. Like, I want you guys to feel the energy when I step into a live stream or on the stage or whatever we do. And so it's like, what do you want the experience to be when people get around you? And I think that Mary hit that on the head when she said conversational. Like, these are the expectations that you get when you get to meet Mary. Fun, conversational, like,
informative, strategic.
Like, those are things too. So, all right, I want to see what Jacqueline had on her comment. She said, I like genuine too. I always share my brand was going to be get her gone, so I changed it to resolute. Get her done, I think, is what it was.
Get her done. Oh, okay.
I was like, get her gone. Okay, I think it's get her done. But yeah, no. Yeah. So you're going to come up with a word.
Yeah, you have to. That's something that you work on, and it can change. You can, as you grow in your business, your core values shouldn't change, but maybe the branding around them does, right? So as you grow in your business, maybe you get more strategic. Maybe you learn along the way from some clients. So a really great exercise is, ask 3 people or ask 10 people 3 words that describe you. Mm-hmm. Give them no context and ask a variety of people. So family, friends, past coworkers, clients, if you're comfortable with that. But it's amazing what they'll come back with. So for me, joyful and inspirational are 2 words that always showed up a lot. So yeah. I think it's a great exercise, and everyone should do it probably, at least every 2 years and see if it changes.
That's a great exercise. I actually did that as a video recently, Mary, on LinkedIn. Oh. And so if you guys are looking to get into video, I did Shanae's, 21-day video challenge, and it really did stretch me a lot because I had to come up with these videos daily, right? But one of the videos that she had was, hey, go to your network and just ask, what you've seen from me online, offline, if you know me, tell me about 2 words, just 2 words that describe me. And you will get a plethora of answers from people that are following you. Even if they have never said anything in any of your posts, that's such a simple way for them to respond and engage with you by just saying, Mary, you are fun and you are adventurous. Okay, there you go. That's easy. And now you have all of this data, like you have all of this to go, okay, I like these words. I really, really see that those words fit me.
All right. I love that exercise.
Yeah, we have a question here, and I want to bring this up. This is from Mark Fusina. I love to get all crazy and share personal stuff, but many of my clients are very conservative, dry, older, and bland. How do you handle that? Thanks. Hey, Mark, that's such a great question. Mary, I'd love for you to dive into that one, and then I can offer up some 2 cents as
Yeah.
well.
So, that's that line. I feel like we should always be ourselves, and not knowing you, like, how crazy. So how crazy are you? So my rule of thumb when people are like, well, how much should I share personally? I always say the 80-20 rule. Like 80% is your professional content and 20% is who you are. Personally, the trampoline, the hike, the kayak. I think that that's a good mix if you're thinking percentage wise. So for your answer, is it going to scare off your clients? And do you love those clients so much that, that's a difficult question. Like, I think you test it. I think you start putting some stuff out, not knowing what you mean by crazy. Do you mean like going down, a rapid in a kayak? I think there are certain things that should be left off. Like, I'm not a big fan. Like, I would never want to see anyone drunk. Any pictures or videos. I don't, they say don't go live and drink or something is a thing, so I think that you have to know your audience. I think that you have to be comfortable with whatever you put out. So if you're not comfortable with it and you're going to question it and it's going to make you feel uneasy, then I would say the answer is don't post that.
Yeah, that's a great lesson, because you guys remember this too, and Mary helping people, job seekers, this stuff can come back to bite you.
So it really depends.
Those videos where you're not really being yourself, or you're you don't want to post stuff like that. But Mark, absolutely, I think posting things that so I know you probably weren't here earlier, but what we were talking about is, what's important to you? What are those things that are important to you? Like, what are those priorities to you? Like, I like posting pictures of me exercising because it shows that I'm healthy and I'm making progress and I'm working toward goals. So there's always their value added message to what I'm posting. So one thing that I learned, Mary, Neil Patel said this, and I just absolutely love this. And I share this with all my clients too. When you're thinking about posting, always post with value, intention, and strategy. Right? Always post with value, intention, and strategy. You're not just going to throw a fun photo up and go, hey, look at me. Like, you're going to be like, why am I posting this? Like,
that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, why do you, if you're just like, I just want to post a wild, crazy photo, I'd be like, well, put that over on Facebook maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Or your personal Instagram. Like, if you're talking professionally, Facebook page, Instagram business account, LinkedIn, why do you want to post a crazy photo? Is there a story behind it? Is there a lesson? What's the value? Does it tie back into your business now? Or does it tie back into your skills as a job seeker? Because as Tisha said, recruiters, the first place they go when you apply for a job, they hop over to your LinkedIn profile and they want to see who, and they hop over to Facebook and Instagram. They check out all your social.
They do. They really do.
So that's a deeper conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that, like, what we were saying is I shared the example of the trampoline pictures that I posted. You guys see me, like, people are like, you're getting some mad hops. I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, I'm doing back to my almost cheerleader days when I didn't make the cheerleading squad. They still got my hops. So I'm sharing that, but there's an underlying message of, I was able to take 90 minutes out of my day in between meetings and go do this with my daughter and my sister who's in town. That's why I did it. So there's a message of, what did Mary say? Mary talked about boundaries. So you can already see in that post that, wow, Tisha has boundaries. Tisha isn't just all work. Tisha has fun, and she's doing exercise in a fun, creative way. It's the funniest thing, Mary, like, all these comments that came from that, people are like, when are we going to the trampoline park, Tish? Like, when are you going to set up a networking event at the trampoline park? I'm like, oh, thinking.
Oh, that would be fun. That would get people out of their comfort zone. Like, imagine the creativeness that would come out of that, and fun shots, get a photographer. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about it too now.
I think we do that as your LinkedIn local here to kick it off. Bring H2H back at the trampoline park.
We'll talk offline, and if anyone wants to help us plan the LinkedIn local here in Phoenix, Arizona, Gilbert, Arizona, let us know, because we're looking to do one in the fall here.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Okay. I like that you said that, because you're right. You don't always want to post just, this is me having fun. This is me having fun. This is me having fun. You want to start bringing things back, just like Mark and Jacqueline. Like, you want to start bringing things back into your business, because people still need to know why you. Why are you the credible person that they come to? Just like you said, Mary, so many people do what you do. So many people do what I do. So many people do what Nat does. Like, oh my gosh, I could throw a rock and hit other people that do personal brand strategy, right? But it's like, why do you do it? And if you can infuse that into your post, that this is the way I do it, this is the way I work with the clients, this is how I have that fun and bring that infectious energy, then people are like, all right, I like you. I want to work with you.
And you're going to attract the right clients to work with you, right?
Always.
So if I was just very quiet online, very demure, and then someone got on a coaching call with me, I'm like, hey, Tisha, what's up? I'm so excited to be working with you. So I've created this list for you. Did you see it in the process? Did you see the ClickUp board? I have it all organized. Like, if I was one way online, and then they got with me and they're like, whoa, who is this person? She's got way too much energy. She's way too organized. She's got everything alphabetized with due dates. This is not the person, right, that I thought I was getting with. Because that's how I am. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Shop.
Yep. Let's get it done. You got to be organized, all those steps. So, it's just about being yourself. And everyone else is already taken. Stop trying to be somebody else that you see online that you think they're the shit. I don't know if I can curse.
But, you can curse. It's Friday.
Okay, it's Friday. Thank you. So, that person that looks like this shit online, they may be, they may not be. They may have been doing this for 10 years and just got their break last year.
Yeah.
Be yourself. And that's probably the biggest lesson, like, as an entrepreneur, business owner, and branding. Like, I can't be anyone else. God designed me to be Mary. I need to own that. And once you own your greatness, once you own your skill set, once you own how you're designed and you understand that, then it just comes through in everything. And life is so much easier. You don't have to pretend to be this person over here and this person over here. Yeah.
Nope. Good stuff. Good stuff. I know Louise had a question. Is it 80-20 or 20-80? And I think so, Louise, what we're saying is 80% should really be about you and what you do in your business, and providing that value add. Like, what are you doing to help people? Who do you serve? Who's that audience? And then that 20% is, hey, let loose, man. Be groovy. Yep. Show you that side of you. I know, Louise, you like to barbecue with your family on the weekends. Like, I know that. I know you make some awesome dishes and so forth. Show that side of you. Show those things. He also showed me some soccer footage of him before. Wow. So whatever you guys do, I always say this, like when I talk about branding, Mary, I always say that you cannot separate your professional and your personal. You really, 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 really can't.
That's so 1982.
What did you say? I know. You're like, that's so 2005. That's so 2005. Like, this is 2021.
Separating personal from business and this from that. Like, we work. This is who we are, online, offline. Like, that's so old school. Like, it's just, it's antiquated. Like, that's not 2021.
That's not 2021. That's so not 2021.
So not 2021.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. So Mary, I know we have a couple minutes left. I've got the link at the bottom. I'm going to put this fun little graphic up, but tell us about what you've got coming up in August.
Oh, so you guys, I am so excited to put together this world-renowned group of speakers, and our girl Tisha Marie, you see her right there, she is the branding expert. So what I've done is I've gathered, I think I have 13 speakers, and it's called LinkedIn Remastered. It's a free masterclass series, and it's going for a week. It's actually, I think, August 1st, it says, to August 6th. We're doing a panel discussion on the last day from real life users, not LinkedIn trainers, but real life users that use LinkedIn to generate business. And they're going to tell you guys what they do to generate business and get leads and close six-figure deals. But I'm really excited about the quality of the speakers, the diverse backgrounds, and most importantly, it's free. And there is an opportunity to upgrade to a VIP kit. And we're partnered up with Benavia. It is a local nonprofit that supports seniors. And oh my gosh, you guys, last year, seniors were hit the hardest all over the world. But I know that here in Arizona, we have a high population of seniors, and many of them were isolated. And Benavia gives these seniors hope. They give them hope of someone stopping by to visit, hope of someone taking them to a doctor appointment, picking up their groceries, doing light repairs around their house. It is life-changing. And I interviewed 3 nonprofits because I wanted to make sure I picked the right nonprofit to partner with. And this is the right nonprofit. I love their philosophy. I love the culture. And you're going to hear an amazing interview on the very first day from someone who was a client at Benavia and then turned into a volunteer. So we have a real life story. So I really hope that you'll join us. You'll get 2 videos a day dropped and you can listen to them. They're only 30 minutes. So for under an hour a day, you're going to learn how to level up your LinkedIn game.
Yay, I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing that. Let me check the comments as we wrap it up. Luis, he has this little, what's this face?
High five. And thank you, Tisha, like publicly, thank you for being part of this LinkedIn Remastered first masterclass series, and your session is amazing. People need to sign up just to hear about all your branding tips, keeping it real. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's great to have you here today with Casual Convo Friday. I love these tips. I'm definitely going to use that. Like 2005 call, they want their strategy back.
Yes.
Not where we're going today. Today, you guys, so just to leave you with this nugget, it's about bringing H2H back. Be the same person publicly, professionally, personally, so that when people meet you, they're not like, who the heck is this? This isn't the person I see. Right. This is not the same Mary and Tisha I see.
And you'll attract the right people in your community, online, the right types of clients that are a good fit for you, because you're not just who you are professionally. You have a personal side, and they're blended together.
They are. Absolutely. I think that's honestly why I love the clients that I work with, because they come to me and I know so much about them. Like I know so much. It's just awesome. Hey, Nat Handler just signed up for LinkedIn Remastered. Yay! Thanks, Nat. Thanks for joining in. Tell your friends. We'll be promoting it a lot more in the coming weeks.
I know, Mary, we haven't even started the promotion. Like promotion starts next week. So thank you. I'm going to do my little happy dance.
Yeah, I'll do a little happy dance with you. All right. Hey, I think we need Justin Timberlake to make an appearance.
Me too. Do you know anyone who knows him? I'll see if I've got anyone, on my Rolodex. That's so 2001.
I know. So funny. All right, girlfriend. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to this Casual Convo Friday. Nate missed it again. Darn that, Nate. I'm just kidding. He'll be back next week with me as we have another hot seat guest, Dana, joining us. And thanks so much for tuning into this live or the replay. Some great nuggets. Mary, I'll go ahead and grab a snippet and we'll post that again next week. I think I've got the one. I've got the one in my head that I want to share with everybody.
Okay.
All right. And don't forget, LinkedInRemaster.com is where you can grab tickets to Mary's event that's coming up in August. And we'll see you guys. Happy 4th of July weekend. Have a great one. Be safe. Enjoy that barbecue or whatever you're doing this weekend. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. All right.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.